Hello, all. Welcome back once again to yet another interesting episode under Simplified Parenting with Emotionally Healthy Child podcast show by Mommy Show Musings. Today, I'm going to talk about an interesting topic, which is the result of the last week's topic. After listening to last week's podcast episode, some of my friends again started asking me that their teen has already started going away from them and they're not kind of talking to them, they're not communicating anything that's happening in their life with them. So how can they re-establish their communication bridges and start bonding with them with their teens? So this today's episode is a net result of my conversations with my fellow friends who have already teenage kids, both sons and daughters. So so my dear friends, it's not that it's your fault that your teen is drifting away from you. Most of the other parents are also feeling in the same way. So now come on, let's dive in to understand how we can build this communication gap and bridge the communication gap between your teen and yourself. One of the most important things to remember with teens is that they need to feel in control of their space physically and emotionally. It's natural for teens to crave independence and privacy. Knocking before entering their room, for example, is a simple but powerful way to show respect. We need to respect their space and autonomy so that they can grow up into strong individuals later. Not every conversation has to be a heart to heart with anyone, especially your teens. In fact, some of the best moments happen when we are not even trying to get them open up. Try inviting your teen to do something relaxed together, like cooking a meal, watching a show, or going for a drive. This kind of shared activity is a pressure free and provides space for conversations to flow naturally. When teens don't feel forced into talking, they are more likely to speak up on their own terms. And if they don't say much at first, that's okay. You are building trust by simply being present. Next comes showing up for your teen without any judgment. Now, one of the biggest barriers to open communication is the fear of judgment, which every teen carries within themselves. Teens often withdraw when they feel that their thoughts or choices or friends' actions might be criticized. Instead of reacting right away, try approaching with curiosity and empathy. For example, if they're not doing well in a class, or if they're not interested in a new hobby, or if they're trying to inculcate a new hobby, you don't quite understand, respond with, tell me more about it, rather than with questions that sound critical. Your goal here is to listen, not to fix. When we show up as curious and open minded listeners, our teens are more likely to share openly because they know it's a safe space. Another powerful tool for connecting with teens is a bit of vulnerability on our part. Show them about your teenage life, share with them how you felt during your teen years, whether it's challenging, funny, how you were intimidated by others, and stuff like that. This makes us feel more relatable and approachable to them. Teens appreciate knowing that we are human too, and we are also had gone through these tough teenage years, wherein we also had our own ups and downs. It sets a precedent for openness and honesty, letting them see that sharing doesn't have to feel intimidating anytime. Just remember, the goal is to share, not overwhelm. Don't try to show only positive side of your teenage life. Show both the vulnerabilities as well as your failures, your successes, everything. Let's talk about humor and shared interests for some more time. Teens respond incredibly well to humor, especially when they're feeling stressed or isolated. A funny meme, a video you both like, or even a silly insider joke can work wonders to break the ice and build rapport. If your teen is passionate about a hobby like gaming or music, try learning a little about it. Engaging in something they enjoy can be a fantastic way to bond. They'll see you are interested in their world, which often leads to a more open and trusting relationship with you. Invite and don't force the family time or rituals. Family time and rituals are important, but it's best when it feels like a choice, not like a requirement. Instead of saying you have to join us for dinner, Try, we would love to have you at dinner if you're free. This gives them an option to engage without pressure. Teens value choice, and when we approach them with respect for their autonomy, they are more likely to join in all the family activities willingly. If they come out for a meal or come with you guys for an outing or even share a small detail about their day, acknowledge it. A simple, it was great having you at dinner tonight, goes a long way. Positive reinforcement builds positive habits. Being calm and consistent, even when they don't seem to be responding, is the most important key. Building rapport with teens, especially those who tend to isolate, takes time. Avoid expressing frustration or disappointment if they still spend time alone. Your patience shows them that you are here for a long haul, which fosters trust over time. So, here, my dear friends, you have the 7 tips to bridge the communication gap with your teens and bond with them on a deeper level. Remember, every teen is unique and some may take longer than others to respond. But by consistently showing up, listening, and respecting their boundaries, you are creating a safe, nurturing space they can rely on. If you find today's episode helpful, please subscribe to Simplified Parenting with Emotionally Healthy Child show for more tips on navigating the teen years with confidence and compassion. And if you have any insights or questions about connecting with your teens, feel free to reach out. Together, let's make a parenting a little simpler and more rewarding, one episode at a time. Take care. Bye bye. From Mommy Show Musings.